Hello and welcome everyone. Thanks for joining me on today's Winter Olympics special program. I'm Tian Wei in Beijing. The 2022 Winter Olympics is right around the corner, and we are gathering together to share our excitement and joy with representatives from all over the world today. I'm delighted to be joined by congressmen and women, as well as members of parliament from more than 20 countries to deliver their expectations and best wishes for the upcoming Winter Olympics. First, let's welcome Mr. Shen Haixiong, Editor-in-Chief and President of the China Media Group, to give a welcome speech.
尊敬的各位嘉宾、女士们、先生们、朋友们，大家好。在全球迎接北京冬奥的期盼中，中国中央广播电视总台 CGTN 举办的全球一员迎冬奥特别节目与大家见面了。我在北京向出席此次节目的所有嘉宾和观众朋友们表示热烈的欢迎。习近平主席指出，办好北京冬奥会、冬残奥会，是我们向国际社会做出的庄严承诺。世界期待中国，中国做好了准备。在奥运圣火即将再次在北京点燃之际，我们以冬奥之美、人类精神为主题，举办全球一员迎冬奥特别节目，意义非凡。冬奥之美，美就美在奥林匹克运动和文化的非凡魅力。在习近平主席的引领下，中国秉持绿色、共享、开放、廉洁的办奥理念，积极做好各项筹备工作，让3亿人参与冰雪运动，汇入中国梦的时代洪流之中。作为国际奥委会长期合作伙伴，中国中央广播电视总台一直致力于向全球受众传播奥林匹克运动和文化。我们以习近平主席对全球媒体创新论坛的贺信为指引，全力以赴做好北京冬奥报道工作。我们派出近3000人的团队，开展转播报道和公用信号的制作，打造冬奥列车、高铁5G 超高清演播室，开播8K 超高清频道，推动100乘1000屏超高清公共大屏项目，推出了艺术里的奥林匹克、一起来看冬奥等一大批精品节目。我们将充分发挥总台在现场的独特优势，以5G 加4K、8K 加 AI 的科技创新为引领，讲好各国奥运健儿激情拼搏的故事，奋力实现科技冬奥、8K 看奥运的目标，向全球受众全面展示精彩、非凡、卓越的奥林匹克新篇章。人类精神充分体现在更团结的奥林匹克格言之中。和平发展、命运与共，是习近平主席倡导的构建人类命运共同体的题中之意，也是奥林匹克追求的美好理想，二者有着高度一致的精神内核。当前，世界百年变局和世纪疫情交织叠加，各国的命运从来没有像今天这样紧密相连，人类社会再次走到十字路口。北京冬奥会承载着人类生生不息、向往和平、追求卓越的美好期望。我们比以往任何时候都更需要更团结。作为具有强大传播力的国际主流媒体和中国国家广播电视台，我们将切实担当起负责任媒体的时代使命，与各国媒体朋友深化合作，携手同行，进一步发挥好44种语言、CGTN 流媒体传播平台、媒体伙伴合作机制等传播优势，通过客观、真实、公正的报道，为全球运动员营造公平竞技的纯洁冰雪舞台，以全人类共通的体育语言和体育精神， 促进世界各国文明互鉴、民心相通，为人类社会文明进步照亮前路。女士们、先生们、朋友们，相知无远近，万里尚为邻。让我们以北京冬奥盛会为契机，一起向未来。祝大家虎年吉祥，虎虎生威！谢谢大家。
Thank you very much, President Shen Haixiong from China Media Group. Next, let's welcome Dr. Dogu Perinshek, who is coming from the Veteran Party, and he is the chairman of the Veteran Party, member of the parliament from Turkey.
I am sending my warmest greetings and best wishes to all athletes from the southern continents participating in the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games. I am also greeting the people of the People's Republic of China. It is true that the Beijing Winter Olympic Games are held on ice and snow, but in our minds they're held in winter's warmth. The feelings of brotherhood in the hearts of the world's nations and athletes are warming up with the ice and the snow. Beijing will be hosting the whole humanity with the thousands of years-old Chinese tradition of hospitality. These Olympic Games are centered on humans and humanity. A mountain cannot embrace another mountain, but in Beijing, humans from the seven continents embrace each other. The race for humanity starts in Beijing now. The love for humankind and the ethics of sportsmanship are competing there. In the Winter Olympic Games, we're not competing against each other, but against humanity's challenges. Therefore, when we expend effort, when we push ourselves, we feel the pain and the willpower of others. Our pain is shared, and the effort is spent for humanity. If I win the race, the Turkish nation will celebrate. If I lose the race, another brotherly nation will celebrate. We will celebrate each other's success. In Beijing, we shared our accomplishments and we share our celebrations. I'm greeting our common success and our common feelings that embrace each other in Beijing. We become champions in this race with the respect we feel towards our competitors and their efforts. Whoever wins, we all will have win. The athletes' efforts and the brotherhood will win. The champion of these Olympic Games is human determination, the willpower to overcome difficulties. The champion of these Olympic Games is human labor. Humanity's future is shared, and now we, the world's athletes, are racing for a common destiny. The flag that will be raised on top of the mountain at the Beijing Olympic Games is the flag of humanity's shared future. The Turkish athletes will compete in this race of a shared future with all the determination and willpower, as they have always done. In these Olympic Games, humanity will win the gold medal. The silver medal will go to the athletes' efforts and ethics. The bronze medal will go to our determination to overcome difficulties. With this, I hereby announce the slogan of the Beijing Winter Olympic Games from Turkey to the brotherly people of China and athletes of the seven continents. Humanity is the champion.
Thank you. Next, Filatova Irina Anatolyevna, who is coming from the Russian State Duma.
I am glad to welcome you on the eve of the main sports holiday in all over the world and to convey our most sincere wishes and greetings on behalf of the Communist Party of Russian Federation. First of all, we would like to once again congratulate our dear friend and colleague in the Communist Party of China on its centenary. Sport is the main ambassador of the world. It pushes the boundaries, unites people, helps us to understand each another without words. That is so important and valuable that the People's Republic of China pays worthy attention to it. Sport in your country has long become a mess. In it you show an example of hard work, competition, honor and respect. China already had an experience in hosting Olympic competitions, hosting just 14 years ago the brilliant Summer Olympics in Beijing. And by this year, you have created an excellent infrastructure for winter competitions. The country is now in a stage of rapid growth, making impressive progress in all areas. In today's difficult conditions, China, our friend and strategic partner, by holding the Olympic Games demonstrates the desire for peace, development, disclosure of the physical and spiritual capabilities of a person, and the triumph of will and honor. I also want to wish confidence, bright emotions, good luck, and of course a decent result to all participants of this sports festival. Please accept our sincere friendly congratulations and best wishes for a bright holiday of friendship, sport, and trust.
Thank you. Next, we would love to have a group of 3 gentlemen joining us from Thailand. First, I'd like to welcome Mr. Samat Kaomichai, who is the Vice President of the Pheu Thai Party, former First Deputy Speaker of Thailand's House of Representatives. Then he is going to be followed by Mr. Nikam Wairapanje, who is the former Speaker of Thailand's House of Representatives, to join us. And also, I'm happy to introduce Mr. Yan Bin, member of the Beijing Winter Olympics Bid Committee, who helps translate this video. Let's welcome the 3 gentlemen.
各位朋友，大家好。
Good afternoon, everyone. The 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics I join here as a member of the Winter Olympics Bid Committee. I am very excited as we welcome athletes and friends from all over the world to Beijing for a wonderful Winter Olympics event. Sports knows no borders, and COVID-19 has greatly impacted the interconnection and communication among countries and friendly exchanges among peoples. However, I believe that inspired by the motto faster, higher, stronger, and together, we will carry forward the Olympic spirit. Not only do we race with style, but we will also inject positive strains into the fight against COVID-19. Whether it is pandemic prevention and control or event preparation, I believe China and Beijing are ready and waiting for everyone's arrival. Thanks to the support of so many international friends for the Beijing Winter Games, I'm here today in Bangkok, Thailand, with 2 of my Thai parliamentary friends, Nikong Wailapani, former Speaker of Thailand's House of Representatives, and Samad Kamichai, Vice President of Pheu Thai Party, former First Deputy Speaker of Thailand's House of Representatives, the chair on the Beijing Winter Olympics. Hello, I'm very happy to see that the 2022 Winter Olympics and Winter Paralympics hosted by China will be held in February and March respectively. Looking back at 2008, the Beijing Olympics were wonderful and left us with a deep collective memory. I'm sure that this year, Beijing will be remembered again and appreciated by athletes from all over the world, and will attract more attention to winter sports. As President Xi Jinping has emphasized, this Winter Olympics will also be a model of a green event. Finally, I wish this Beijing Winter Olympic Games a great success, and I believe it will impress all the participating athletes. Hello everyone. The 2022 Winter Olympic and Paralympics Games will soon be held in Beijing, China. I have full confidence in China as the host of this world-class sporting event. I am confident that China will be able to deliver this Olympic event to the highest standards and win the support of athletes from all over the world. Even more admirable is the fact that the Winter Olympic Games and Paralympic Games will make sustainability a core concept and a foundational principle. The Olympics will be run green as a standard to help the global environment. With the high quality of China's organization and the enthusiasm of its people, I believe that the world will once again remember the 2022 Winter Olympics and Winter Paralympics. Thank you.
Thank you very much, the 3 gentlemen coming from Thailand. Now let's welcome Mr. Mushahid Hussain Sayed, who's the chairman of the Pakistani Senate Defense Committee and also senator from the Pakistan Muslim League, otherwise known as Nawaz. Let's welcome.
Greetings from Pakistan. It is my pleasure to congratulate the CGTN and the China International Culture Exchange Center for organizing this special television program to mark the Beijing Winter Olympics, the beauty of the Winter Olympics, a celebration of the human spirit. I have no doubt that with the participation of the countries of the world, including my own country, Pakistan, the Beijing Winter Olympics would be a resounding success. Because the Winter Olympics reflect and represent the best embodiment of the human spirit, of camaraderie, of competition, and of cooperation on the playing field without reference to any race, religion, or nationality. And the Olympic spirit is all about togetherness for a higher purpose, which is to excel and demonstrate your skills. I remember when I first came to China in the early 70s, almost 50 years ago, Premier Zhou Enlai had said very aptly when he talked of sports, friendship first and competition second. And there was no mixing of sports and politics, because the two are divergent and different areas. So given this context, this Winter Olympics would be a very major event, more so during these challenging times of the coronavirus pandemic, which is a common scourge to humanity as a whole. So holding the Olympics, despite the coronavirus pandemic, shows the determination, the will, and the vision to bring together cultures, countries, and continents on one platform, which is the platform of Olympism. And the Olympic spirit would be on display, with the best athletes trying to excel, demonstrate their skills, compete with the best. And then there would be this demonstration of the human spirit of resilience, overcoming challenges, and of building relationships, both on the playing field as well as outside the playing field, because this would be a large gathering of so many of the best athletes in the world. I remember a very famous saying of Chairman Mao: nothing is hard in this world if you dare to scale the heights. And I have no doubt that during these Beijing Winter Olympics, the athletes who are coming from all over the world will excel and scale the heights of excellence with their outstanding performances. And we in Asia and Pakistan reject any calls for boycott, reject any efforts to create cleavages, to demonize countries, or to have a spirit of confrontation when the need of the hour is cooperation and camaraderie, which is what the Olympic spirit is all about. Long live the Olympic spirit of cooperation, unity, and camaraderie, and let us all see the best athletes in the world compete in Beijing for the greater good of humanity. Thank you so much. Good luck and all the best to CGTN and all the best to the China International Culture Exchange Center. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now let's welcome Mr. Kenneth Fok Kai Kong, member of the National Committee of CPPCC, Vice President of the Hong Kong Olympic Committee.
Hello, I'm Kenneth Fok, a Legislative Council member of Hong Kong SAR, representing sports. I'm also the Vice President of the Sports Federation and Olympic Committee of Hong Kong, China. I remember it clearly. It was July 31st, 2015 in Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia. It was the 108th IOC session, and the Chinese delegation was running around hectically at the meeting venue to make the case for Beijing's bid. The vote was about to take place. The IOC members present at the meeting was going to decide the fate and the hosting city of the 2022 Winter Games. I'm sure many of the IOC members present will not forget 2008, when Beijing impressed the world with the outstanding delivery of the Summer Olympiad. Beijing welcomes you, as the motto goes. We witnessed thousands and thousands of friendly volunteers welcoming every guest from every corner of the globe. We sat in state-of-the-art venues and witnessed spectacular competition. Records were being broken. At the closing of the Beijing Games, former IOC President Count Jacques Rogge praised the Games to be truly exceptional. He said that through these Games, the world learned more about China, and China learned more about the world. Fast forward to 2015, the Beijing bid for the 2022 Winter Games would allow more people to learn about China in the new era, to see themselves the true progress and stride we have made as a proud nation during the past decade. It was a close, hair-raising moment, but the IOC member voted in favor of Beijing over Almaty to host the Games. Everyone was ecstatic. We all changed into Beijing 2022 t-shirts and celebrated the fact that Beijing will be the first ever city to host both the Summer and the Winter Games. IOC President Thomas Bach said in his New Year's message, "These Winter Games will open a new era for winter sports globally, as 300 million Chinese people will become familiar with sports on snow and ice." The successful bid set off a series of events, and we never looked back. 300 million people was the goal set by the authorities in 2015, to have the population be interested in winter sports. Thanks to Olympics and the promotion surrounding it, public interest grew, and the number of Chinese people who have participated in winter sports training, amateur or professional competitions, and outdoor and indoor winter sports related leisure activities has reached a staggering 346 million people, according to the official figures. The Games have also brought prosperity to the region. Venues were upgraded, skiing resorts and facilities were built. According to official figures, 654 ice rinks and 803 ski resorts were built by the end of last year. A new highway and a high-speed rail has also been constructed to link the city of Beijing and Zhangjiakou, Hebei, drastically shortening the time required to travel between the two cities to merely 1 hour. These investments, besides serving the Games, will also leave a long-lasting Olympic legacy. The Games have kick-started a new winter industry. This industry is estimated to be worth more than 800 billion yuan by the end of the year. This is no doubt will also serve to promote our country's national strategy of regional coordinated development, bringing prosperity to the people of Beijing and Hebei. We here in Hong Kong, we are prepared for the Games. Our athletes are ready. We have Audrey King and Adrian Young representing Hong Kong, China in alpine skiing, and of course Sydney Chu for the short track speed skating. I'm sure they are ready to make Hong Kong proud, and they cannot wait to set off to Beijing. While we immerse ourselves in the excitement, I have noticed that some people are trying to use the Games as leverage, mixing the Games with politics. Let's not forget for one moment who the real stars of the Games are. For any Olympic Games, the stars are always the athletes and the volunteers. And it is the athletes and volunteers that keep the game running. It is also them who the IOC president thanks every time in its closing speech. And the United Nations has adopted the Olympic truth will remain in force for the duration of the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics and Paralympic Games. The Games should not be about politics, and we should keep it that way. We should respect political neutrality. I understand that we live in challenging times. Even faced with the threat of COVID, I remain 100% confident that we, as a strong nation, will be able to deliver flawless and safe games. Our nation has proven time after time that we can fight and control the virus effectively, and our athletes and all participants will be safe. The Games will also adhere to the principles of sustainability and commit to its green objectives. As a nation, we are proud to host the Games for a second time, and we are eager to share our success with the world. Together for a shared future is the official motto of the Beijing 2022 Olympics. At this day and age, we all live in one world village, and prosperity should be shared amongst all around the world, no matter where you're from. So by hosting and sharing these games, the Chinese people are ready and showing willingness to help and to unite, once again through sports and friendship. I believe together we become stronger, and together we can create a better future. Finally, I hope we can all enjoy the journey and not just the final result. I'm sure you will be able to discover many great things, not just about the Games, but what our beautiful country and warm people has to offer. We are ready, and good luck to all athletes. The stage is all yours. Thank you.
Thank you. Now let's welcome Mr. Panos Skourouliakos, who is the member of the Hellenic Parliament for European Affairs with the Syriza Progressive Alliance with the country of Greek.
The Olympic Games, which originated in my homeland, in antiquity, are a unique legacy of the ancient Greek culture. A culture that contains timeless values. Their overall philosophy is based on the principles of tolerance and peace and fair play and sportsmanship, aiming at the creation of a peaceful society with less violence and antagonism. In other words, the Olympic ideal wants to lead to another embellished way of life which modern civil society really needs. Solidarity and environmental protection, in addition to peace, should be a fundamental pursuit of modern people as essential elements of Olympism. And of course, the Olympic Games from the antiquity to the present are a precious source of inspiration for artists and around the world. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Now let's welcome Mr. Jumas Medov, Chairman of the Foreigners Advisory Council of the City of Frankfurt with Germany.
Sehr geehrte Damen und Herren, sehr geehrtes Organisationsteam.
Dear Beijing 2022 Organizing Committee, first of all, I'd like to thank you for this opportunity, and I am really looking forward to the 24th Olympic Winter Games in China. The anticipation of the international community for this global sports festival is self-evident. One of the most beautiful experiences for an athlete is about to happen, participating in the Beijing Olympic Games. Both the Olympic and the Paralympic Games stand for international understanding, peaceful competition and equality between peoples. We are looking forward to the Games, to the perfect organization and the gracious hospitality of China. I'm sure that all the athletes, with the coaches and all the guests, will have a wonderful and unforgettable Games in Beijing. I support the motto of the Games, together for shared future. I wish you all the best. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now let's welcome Mr. Josep Buvila, Councillor of the Barcelona City Council with the country of Spain.
I would like to send my heartfelt support for the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympics, an event destined to be as remarkable as the glory achieved at the Barcelona Olympics in 1992. It is worthy of everyone's hard work and effort. It will be a stage to show their passion. I wish every athlete participating in every event will give the best, succeed in the Beijing Winter Olympics.
Thank you. We also have two friends sending their best wishes from Canada. I would love to have Mr. Alan Ho, Markham City Councillor. Along with him is Mr. Tony Luke, past Canadian Councillor for the City of Toronto. Mr. Luke will speak first.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tony Luke. I'm the president of Canada-China Overseas Exchange Association. I'm also a Summer Olympic Games overseas volunteer in Beijing 2008. I'm a full supporter of the Beijing Winter Olympics in the coming months in China. I will host many community events regarding the Winter Olympics in the coming weeks. I'm so honored and delighted to invite my good friend, Mr. Alan Ho, a well-known city councillor in the Chinese community. He has come to Alan. He will share a few words of his support for the Beijing Winter Olympic Games. Here comes Alan.
Hello, everyone. My name is Alan Ho, Markham City Councillor. I'm also the chair of Markham's Culture and Economic Development Committee. The 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic is approaching us, which is a grand event for Chinese at home country and abroad. The Beijing Winter Olympic touches the hearts of every one of our overseas Chinese. As the world's first double Olympic city, we are so proud to witness it. This Winter Olympic will be more successful and once again show the world the vigorous power of China. The Beijing Winter Olympic is not only a vivid embodiment of the continuous inheritance and promotion of the Olympic spirit, but also a warm-blooded moment for overseas Chinese around the world to unite and realize the Olympic dream. We, the overseas Chinese in Canada, are looking forward to the Olympic athletes to show their glorious competition. Our overseas Chinese in Canada will continue to support and pay attention to the Beijing Winter Olympic. And cheers for athletes from all over the world. Let us cheer for the Olympics. Cheers for Beijing. Cheers for China. And I wish you and your family a very happy and healthy New Year of the Tiger. Be brave, confident, generous, and compassionate, just like the tiger. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, two friends from Canada. Now let's welcome Mr. Roberto Morai, who is the member of the Parliament of São Paulo from Brazil. He's also the chairman of the Brazil-China Friendship Group from São Paulo State Assembly.
I am a member of the largest state legislature in South America and the chairman of the Parliamentary Committee for Friendship between Brazil and China, which comprises 38 members. As we walk into the Year of Tiger, I wish all a Happy New Year in 2022. China has scored great success in the fight against the COVID-19 pandemic, and now, at a critical time when strength and unity are required in the world, China has demonstrated its commitment to and total confidence in hosting the Olympics. Despite the external environment of a raging global pandemic, which has made international communication so difficult, we are pleased to see China's tremendous efforts and achievements controlling the pandemic. Thank you, China, for creating a safe and healthy environment for our athletes. This Olympics is not just a sporting event, but also a valuable stage for international dialogue and friendly exchanges. Sports knows no borders, and Brazil will actively participate in Beijing Winter Olympic Games. We wish the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games a complete success.
Thank you. Now let's welcome Mr. Paul Young, Auckland Councillor from the country of New Zealand.
I'm Paul Young, and I'm new Auckland Councillor from New Zealand. It is a great honour to be invited by CGTN to welcome this global event together, the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic and Paralympic Games. I wish all athletes the best of luck, and I wish all the athletes to show their talents and enjoy the competition. I would also like to wish all Chinese people around the world a healthy and prosperous New Year. Thank you.
Thank you for the best wishes from New Zealand. Another package of best wishes comes from Japan. We have one video recorded by Mr. Toshihiro Suzuki, chairman of the Association of Members of Ehime Prefectural Council for promoting Japan-China friendship, along with Mr. Lin Chuanan, president of the Association of Overseas Chinese in Ehime, Japan.
皆さん、こんにちは。私は愛媛県議会議員、並びに愛媛県日中友好促進議員連盟の会長であります鈴木俊弘でございます。本日は北京オリンピック・パラリンピックのお祝いに駆けつけさせていただき、そして今から皆さん方にお祝いの言葉を述べさせていただきます。どうかよろしくお願いいたします。
Dear audiences and friends, I'm Suzuki Toshihiro, chairman of the Association of Members of Ehime Prefecture Council for promoting Japan-China friendship. It is a great pleasure to have this opportunity to give warm congratulations to the 2022 Winter Olympic and Paralympic Games in Beijing via video to the Chinese audience. Thank you.
ご案内の通り、地球上全体で新型コロナウイルス感染症が猛威を振るっておる中にもかかわらず、中国北京オリンピックにおかれましては、国を挙げてコロナ対策をしっかりと打ちながら、開会に向けての、またオリンピック・パラリンピック成功に向けての力強い歩みを心から評価しますとともに、ぜひとも成功をしていただきたいと強く願っておる次第であります。
As COVID-19 pandemic continues to spread around the world, the successful hosting of the Beijing Winter Olympic Games is a result of China's all-out efforts. We hope that the Games in China will be a success.
オリンピックの後には我が国日本と中国、秋には国交正常化50周年が待っております。また本県にとりましても先々省との友好締結から丸7周年になります。今後とも我々議員連盟といたしましては、中国そして日本と民間レベルでしっかりとしたアジアの絆つながりを大きくさせていただきたい。そのことによって地球全体が平和で豊かな国になるように邁進していきたいと努力してまいりたいというふうに考えております。
After the Beijing Winter Olympic Games, it will soon mark the 50th anniversary of the normalization of China-Japan relations and the 7th anniversary of Ehime's ties with China's Shanxi province. We hope to take this opportunity in this very meaningful year to strengthen exchanges between China and promote the development of friendly relations between the two countries. Thank you.
オリンピックを契機といたしまして、さらに 中国、そして日本が大きく大きく飛躍することをお互い強く大きく誓い合ってご挨拶に返させていただきます。ありがとうございました。
最後、我想
Finally, I would like to take this opportunity on behalf of the Ehime Prefecture Council for promoting Japan-China friendship to wish the continuous improvement and development of China-Japan relations at the new stage. I wish Beijing 2022 a complete success. Thank you.
Thank you from Japan. Next, let's have Orlate Santikonka, Central Committee member of the Lao Front for National Construction with the country of Laos.
Hello, my name is Orlatai Santikonka, a Vientiane City Councillor and Vice President of the Lao Table Tennis Association. I congratulate Beijing, China, on hosting the 24th Winter Olympic Games in 2022. The Winter Olympics is like a bond that unites all of us, bringing us closer together in contribution to world peace and mutual understanding. This year is a challenging one, with COVID-19 still ravaging the world. But I am happy for China as the host of the Winter Olympics. I send my heartfelt wishes for the successful conclusion of the event. I also wish athletes from all countries good luck in all sports and a long-lasting friendship between China and Laos.
Thank you. The best wishes from the country of Laos. Next, let's have Mr. Bertrand de Faipanger, who is from the Private Foundation for the Promotion of the Adapted Athlete from the country of Spain.
Hola, buenos días. Mi nombre es Beltrán de
I am Bertrand de Faipanger, a former Paralympic athlete who has participated in 2 Paralympic Games. I was originally selected to participate in 2 additional games but did not get permission from the Olympic Committee, so I have only participated in 2 games. I won gold, silver and bronze medals in the Paralympic Games. During my participation in the Paralympic Games, I learned that the true meaning of a sporting event is partially about the people and society and the athletes from different countries, such as Argentina, Germany, Canada, China and France, all have difficulties of one kind or another. Later, I became a member of the Catalan Sports Committee in charge of ski, a sport that China is currently working on. China is a great country that has changed the world in many ways over the years. I was very proud of the athletes who were selected to compete on behalf of the home soil, and they won a lot of medals. I'm sure there will be good athletes from Catalonia at the Winter Olympics in Beijing, and I'm sure that after the success of the previous Olympic Games, Beijing will be able to host a successful Winter Games this time and will select his best athletes to compete. Thank you to all the authorities we have worked with, and good luck to all the athletes.
Thank you so much for all of you, your heartwarming messages. Good time flies so fast. I know that we have many more representatives that can't wait to join us, and we will have them both online and on site to discuss more on the Olympic spirit in our next episode. So stay tuned and don't leave. This special program will be broadcast on CGTN official channel, CGTN app, and also Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Weibo. So thanks for being with me today. Thank you. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen who are joining us from around the world. Welcome to our event celebrating the beauty of Winter Olympics, and this is a celebration of human spirit. I'm Tian Wei. It's great to be the MC for today's event. We live in a world where it is essential to unite and face global challenges as a community. The pandemic has taught us the importance of solidarity and collaboration. It is needed more than ever before. In the spirit of building a better world through friendship, solidarity, and mutual respect, the upcoming 2022 Winter Olympics is calling for a more inclusive society for all humankind. So welcome to CGTN's special Winter Olympics program. Today we have representatives from around the world joining us to discuss the Olympic values and the best of human spirit. So may I invite the very first speaker for today's event, Ms. Wang Yanxia, who is the member of the CPPCC National Committee and Deputy Minister of Sports Department from the Beijing Organizing Committee of the 2022 Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games. 让我们有请全国政协委员、北京冬奥组委体育部副部长王艳霞女士，有请。
Dear guests and friends, the Beijing Winter Olympic Games and Paralympic Winter Games are right around the corner. After nearly 7 years of preparation, the Beijing Winter Olympic Games are ready in all aspects, including venue facilities, service guarantee, and professional personnel. The City of Double Olympics welcomes guests from all over the world. It is our solemn commitment to the international community to ensure the success of the Beijing Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games. The Chinese government attaches great importance to the preparations for the Beijing Winter Olympic Games. General Secretary Xi Jinping has given important instructions along the way and has proposed the concept of hosting a green, sharing, open, and clean Olympic Games. On the first working day after the New Year's Day of 2022, General Secretary Xi Jinping once again inspected the preparations for the 2022 Winter Olympic Games. Xi stressed that we should consolidate firm confidence, invigorate our spirits, deliver a simple, safe, and wonderful Winter Olympics, and ensure the success of the Games. His words provide fundamental guidelines for our work and encourage all of us at the organizing committee. I come from the sports department of the Beijing Winter Olympic Organizing Committee and also participated in the bidding for the Games back in 2013. Having participated in the whole process of bidding, organizing, and hosting, I feel that the smooth preparation of the Games is due to the Chinese people's love for winter sports, the full support from the Chinese government, and the great help from experts and professionals from all over the world. Using this opportunity, I would like to express my gratitude to you all for your support. My thanks also go to members of parliament from around the world for their interest in the Beijing Winter Olympics. I encourage you to introduce the Olympics preparations work to the people of your countries. The Beijing Winter Olympics will be a simple one. Due to COVID-19, we have streamlined our work, downsized our activities in hardware facilities. We have reduced non-essential personnel and activities, eliminated registration for accompanying guests and ticketing for the public, and reduced the number of volunteers too. We've also reduced the number of ceremonies and special activities, such as the welcome ceremony for delegations in the Winter Olympic Village and opening ceremony of the IOC plenary session. The torch relay has been greatly shortened in China and cancelled overseas. The format of the meetings and working interaction have also been adjusted. For example, the project review meetings and the heads of delegation meetings are both held online. And some important publications, such as the sports manuals and team leader guides, are done electronically instead of in paper form. The Beijing Winter Olympics is also a safe one. As the world's largest winter sporting event, the Beijing Winter Olympics will have to deal with some regular risks such as evacuation, network failure, and extreme weather, for which we've made contingency plans. The biggest challenge for the Olympics is the prevention and control of COVID-19. We need to bring athletes and all stakeholders to China for training and competition while ensuring their health and safety. The IOC and the Beijing Organizing Committee have jointly developed a COVID manual, and the Games will be operated inside a closed-loop management system. We've brought some necessary venues, transportation facilities, and hotels into the closed loop. In this case, the Winter Olympics-related personnel can be exempted from 21 days of isolation and directly into the closed-loop work environment. We've also put in place pre-entry prevention and control measures, such as encouraging vaccination. We believe that as long as all parties cooperate and implement the requirements of the manual, we'll be able to organize a safe Winter Olympic Games. The Beijing Winter Olympic Games will be a wonderful Winter Olympics. Athletes are the main players of the Games, so it's crucial to provide them with high-quality competition venues and convenient services to compete and achieve the best results. The Beijing Winter Olympics has also been athlete-centered, and we've set up an athlete committee to make suggestions and recommendations to ensure that the athlete-centered goal is achieved. The Beijing Winter Olympics involves 12 competition venues, all of which have passed certification of International Sports Organization and are fully equipped to host the Games. Facilities like the Ice Ribbon, the Snow Ruyi, and the Snow Dragon not only meet the requirements for hosting the Games, but also present some Chinese cultural elements, which have been welcomed by athletes from all over the world and have become symbols of the city. As the timing of the Beijing Winter Olympics will coincide with the Chinese Spring Festival, it will be a splendid rendezvous. In addition, 5G broadcasting and application of artificial intelligence will also be refreshing. I believe that athletes and all the customer groups will have a unique and unforgettable Olympic experience here in Beijing. Now that athletes from all over the world are actively preparing for the Beijing Winter Olympics, we wish them good luck and let's meet in Beijing together for a shared future.
See you all in Beijing, together for a shared future. Thank you all.
Thank you very much, Ms. Wang, for those wonderful introduction. 非常感谢您和您的同事为来自于全球的运动员所做出的艰苦的努力。非常感谢，我们期待我们2022年的冬季奥运会取得圆满的成功。谢谢您。Now, shall we invite from the Philippines, our friends, Mr. Coco Pimentel, who is the President of the Senate of the Philippines and also National Chairman of Partido Democrático Filipino Lakas Ningbayan. 来自于菲律宾参议长，他是执政党 PDP Laban 的主席皮门特尔先生，他现在应该在线和我们进行发言，有请。Please.
Thank you for that introduction. I'd like to make a small correction. I was the former president of the Philippine Senate. So, a good day to all. Congratulations to President Xi Jinping and the People's Republic of China for making Beijing the very first city to host both the Summer and Winter Olympic Games. Congratulations too for making the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics a Green Olympics. We need the Olympics to show the world that we can defeat this COVID-19 pandemic. As President Xi persuasively said, COVID-19 has made many things clear to mankind. For one thing, all nations have their destinies closely connected, and humanity is in fact a community with a shared future. This truth is now being carried as the official motto of the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics. Together for a shared future is a call for unity, cooperation, solidarity, friendship, mutual respect, and thus is also a call for peace and progress. We fully subscribe to the theme of the 2022 Winter Olympics, and we find it meaningful and relevant that it tackles oneness and togetherness in these difficult times. By bringing the world together, the Olympics shows the power of sports in pursuing world unity, peace, and progress. And we strongly believe that through the unifying power of the Olympic Games, participating countries will work more closely and more harmoniously together towards a better future for all. We should also remember that sports participation improves people's health. Who knows, sports may provide the strong immunity that we have all been looking for. We also support the Olympism value and principle of non-discrimination. Respect is essential and indispensable in order to attain peace and progress. Mutual respect is the foundation of friendship. This principle of non-discrimination perfectly mirrors the Philippines' foreign policy of being a friend to all nations. This pandemic has taught us, especially here in the Philippines, that we need cooperation within our nation and among the community of nations. Of course, we thank our athletes from all over the world for their undying passion for sports and for showing us the joy found in the effort to pursue excellence. Despite their differences and their competitive attitude, our Olympians prove that it is possible for people to live together in peace and harmony and to compete in the spirit of friendship and cooperation. Our Olympians, thus, are our modern-day heroes. As such, they bring so much inspiration to the people during these difficult times. So we congratulate the athletes for their unparalleled commitment to the role of sports in society. To the Beijing Organizing Committee for the 2022 Olympic and Paralympic Winter Games and the host country, the People's Republic of China, we commend your many efforts for the unmatched preparation that you have made to ensure the success of the Games. Your resolve to hold the sporting competition amidst global challenges today makes this impending success a lot sweeter. So let us celebrate the unity of humanity in all our diversity. Truly, the 2022 Beijing Winter Olympics will bring the world together for a shared future. So thank you very much, and we wish you an amazing and successful Olympics.
Thank you very much, Mr. Pimentel, for your encouraging words. Certainly some of the key words are being explored. Mutual respect, friendship, cooperation, and also unity. We hope the Games will be a great demonstration of all of these key words. Thank you. Now let's invite our guest from Mongolia, Mr. Sankuhyugin Gambatar, who is the member of the parliament from Mongolia. 让我们有请蒙古国国会议员甘巴特先生，他在线和我们进行交流。有请。Please, sir. Thank you.
Thank you for this wonderful opportunity. It's great to participate in this prestigious CGTN special TV program. I am absolutely certain that China will host the Winter Olympics and Paralympics, well organized and in a safe manner under this critical time of the pandemic. I am proud to say we are the witnesses of this historic moment. Mongolia earned its gold medal from the Beijing Olympics in 2008. It was a remarkable moment full of joy and excitement. This reminds me of a Mongolian saying, which means Within a family exists mutual spirit. Within neighbors exists mutual goal. And with this said, I am proud of you, our neighbor China, to host the Olympic Games. I'm sure it will be successful. The pandemic has shown that we must go towards what unites us, not what divides us. William Shakespeare once wrote, "The north wind makes people stronger and braver." Likewise, the pandemic and political boycott makes this Winter Olympic more strong and more brave. That is the reason our Prime Minister Oyun Erden proudly and firstly sent support letter and declared solidarity to the Beijing Olympics organizers. We must support in solidarity and unity the Olympic organizers because they are doing it in almost impossible circumstances and conditions. They are doing their best to ensure continuity of the Olympic Games and the original values as the Olympic Charter to encourage effort, preserve human dignity, and develop harmony. I would like to congratulate you in advance that you have overcome the difficulties of the pandemic and other obstacles and successfully implementing your duties before the humankind. Let's go to the beginning, the foundation of Olympism. As the father of modern Olympics, Pierre Coubertin said, "The Olympic game is the only thing that could stand against war and ensure peace, that the Olympic Games will stand against the trade war we are facing today and ensure peace." Pierre Coubertin also said that the games are not the property of any country or of any particular race, and that they cannot be monopolized by any group whatsoever. They are global. I would say that he is perfectly right. Still today, it's valuable. Today, no one, for whatever reason, can stop the Olympic Games. Even COVID cannot stop the Olympic Games. The Olympic Games is the only event that brings the entire world together in unity, peace, and solidarity. This gives the billions of people around the world hope, faith in the future, and strength to overcome the crisis. Olympism is an opportunity. Share it. Olympism is the duty. Complete it. Olympism is a game. Play it. Olympism is a promise. Fulfill it. Olympism is a life. Fight for it. Forever flourish Olympic Games and world solidarity. Most of all, friendship, respect, and cooperation. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sankhugin Gambatar from Mongolia. Appreciate that. For your strong support and for your strong camaraderie of our organizers who Ms. Wang seemed to represent today in our event. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Now let's have the honor to welcome Gong Taparanchi, who is the former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, President of the Thailand-China Friendship Association, and Chairman of the Thai Prime Minister's Personal Advisory Group on China Affairs. 让我们有请龚塔帕朗西先生。
Sawadee krap. My name is Gong Taparanchi. the President of Thai Chinese Friendship Association, the former Deputy Prime Minister of Thailand, it is my great pleasure today to be speaking to you from Bangkok, Thailand. It is most unfortunate that I'm not able to be with you, but I hope that we all will be able to get together again in a very near future. My dear friends, I'm very happy today also to join all of you to the CGTN Winter Olympics Special Program under the theme, The Beauty of Beijing Winter Olympics, a celebration of human spirit. Every member country of the Olympic family, including Thailand, are very confident of the success of these Winter Olympic Games this year. We understand that His Excellency Mr. Xi Jinping, the President of the People's Republic of China, has been giving a very close attention to the undertaking of these games. Thank you very much, Mr. President. Even though Thailand is a country where we do not have ice, we do not have snow, but for the sake of Olympic spirit and friendship with our friends from around the world, Thailand this year is also sending our team to compete in the ice skating competitions. On behalf of the people of Thailand, I send my best wishes to everyone taking part in this Beijing Winter Olympic Games. May you all have success, and may the spirit of friendship and the power of peace prevail in our hearts and souls forever. Thank you very much. สวัสดีครับ
非常感谢塔帕朗西先生来自于温暖的泰国的问候啊，谢谢。下面呢，让我们有请来自于意大利众议院民主党议员副组长莫拉苏先生在线的问候。我们有请呢意大利宋庆龄基金会的主席金慧来进行介绍。Now let's welcome Mr. Roberto Morasut, who is the vice leader of the Democratic Party of the Italian Parliament. Mr. Morasut is going to be introduced by Ms. Lucia King, President of the Sun Qingling Foundation of Italy. 有请。
Hello, good morning everyone. Next February the 4th in Beijing, in my great homeland, there will be the 2022 Winter Olympics. I want to take this important opportunity to show full support on behalf of the entire Chinese community in Italy and also from Italian friends. The spirit of sport should never be influenced by skin color and political ideas. So come Beijing, go on China, go on the 2022 Winter Olympics. Now it's my pleasure to introduce my Italian friend, who is the vice leader of the Democratic Party in the Italian Parliament and loves China just as all we do. Thanks everyone again. Here to you, the Honorable Mr. Roberto Morasut.
Thank you. Thank you very much, dear friends. With great pleasure and participation, I took up the invitation provided by Jean-Louis Lucia, our dear friends, who has always been a fundamental point of reference in our country's relations and who is responsible for Italy in the 2022 Olympic Winter Games of China. It is therefore a pleasure, as an Italian Parliament's representative, to address my best wishes to the Chinese national sportive community in view of the approaching performance of the 2022 Olympic Winter Games. I address this greeting with a very deep emotion, both for the big honor I was given and for the reason that Olympic Winter Games this year are going to happen in a very delicate moment for the hard fight that all world's nations and populations are leading against the whole COVID-19 pandemic. Olympic Games have always been the biggest example of solidarity and brotherhood among the peoples, and they were always able to represent peace as an inspirational concept for all world's nations that are confronting in the Olympic spirit loyalty. And it's particularly important to enhance and underline these values in a moment that has sadly attended that narrowing of human relationships which forced billions of men and women to limit direct contact and to change established habits. In this regard, we must consider sport and the Olympic spirit as a cure for all the pandemic's worst consequences, such as the fundamental reaffirmation of the man's social nature, which pushes towards the discovery of new horizons. We must remember the importance of traveling and meeting new realities that can sometimes appear deeply different, but with which is essential to share experiences. Anyone who has done sport knows what Olympic spirit means. When I was younger, I have been an athlete, and in recent years I took care of the Olympics arrangement in Rome for the 2004 edition, even if it was sadly unsuccessful, being assigned to her sister city, Athens. In the sport world, there's just one idiom, the body language, but also loyalty and solidarity are both languages that help us understand how easy it is to win or to lose while maintaining intact the opponent's respect, strengthening peace and valorizing or being different in ethnic groups, religions, sex, and ideologies. I'm sure about the fact that a big and contemporary nation like China, the absolute main character of modern history and of the world's peace balance, is going to be perfectly able to enhance these values and to transmit them all around the globe, trying to combine them with another urgent needs of this period, the natural environment's protection. From this point of view, the 2022 Olympic project in China is really important because it's based on interesting ideas regarding the conversion of existing structures and the attention reserved to the project's ecological character. Italy and China share a long history full of relations and friendship. The ancient world has been the both East and West development around the influences of the Chinese and Roman society. Our populations love each other, admire each other, and share a lot of common values, considering that they mixed exchanging literature, cinema, science, and even gastronomy experiences. Our Italian country is deeply fascinated by China and by its constant journey towards a fairest and latest society. We know that Italy, with its professionals and its architects, is considered a friend. The Chinese communities that live in Italian cities contribute every day to our country's development, and their respectful presence has taught us a lot of things. It has changed our city's face, and it has left a deep sign in our everyday habits. Since Marco Polo's tours have passed about 1,000 years, during which our populations have always lived in peace, and that's the way we want it to proceed. For this reason, I would like to thank again my dear friend Jean-Louis Lucia for making this confrontation possible and for the chance of being able to address a greeting from the Italian Parliament. I send you all a fraternal embrace, full of peace and friendship, with the belief that our country's flags will always fly together. Long live mainland China, long live Italian Republic, and long live Olympic Games, a peace and friendship symbol among peoples. A sincere wish for these games, best success, and I'm sure that once again, that they will be the unstoppable developments witness towards new objectives and targets full of peace. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Murasut, coming from Italy. A lot of wonderful words are being used: love, appreciate, and share. Certainly, this is the right spirit. Thank you so much. 接下来，让我们欢迎塞尔维亚前议长德亚诺维奇女士。Now let's welcome Ms. Slavica Duque Dehanovic, who is the former president of the National Assembly of Serbia. But we would love to have the introduction coming from Ms. Bo Xiuhua, who is the director of the Traditional Chinese Medical Center of Serbia. 同时呢，我们也欢迎塞尔维亚中国中医诊疗中心主任薄秀花女士来进行介绍，有请。
我是塞尔维亚中国。
I am Bo Xiuhua, Director of Traditional Chinese Medical Center in Serbia, and I have been practicing Chinese medicine in Serbia for 22 years. I am honored to be invited to this special program for the Winter Olympics. Although affected by the epidemic, overseas Chinese have expressed their best wishes for Beijing's hosting of the Winter Olympics through various channels and means. On behalf of the overseas Chinese in Serbia, I wish the Beijing Winter Olympics and Paralympics a complete success. Now it's my great honor to introduce my good friend, and also a good friend of the Chinese people, Ms. Slavica Dukic Dehanovic, former president of National Assembly of Serbia, advisor to the Serbian Prime Minister, vice president of the Socialist Party of Serbia, and expert in neurology. She has made significant contributions to the friendship between China and Serbia. Please welcome her to extend her best wishes to the Beijing Winter Olympic Games.
Izvolite, Professor Slavica.
Thank you. It is my great pleasure to address you here today on the Olympics special program, The Beauty of the Winter Olympics, a celebration of the human spirit. Let me introduce myself. I am Professor, Dr. Neuropsychiatrist, Vice President of Socialist Party of Serbia, and Special Counselor to the Prime Minister for the implementation of the Agenda 2030. The Olympic Games have a significant role and effect on sports development in the world. It is more than just a competition. The Games promote unity and collaboration, something that it is important, especially today during the coronavirus pandemic. The beauty of the Olympics means bringing people together, contributing to building a peaceful and better world, respect through sport practice without discrimination of any kind, and in the Olympic spirit, mutual understanding, spirit of friendship, solidarity, joy, and fair play. The upcoming Winter Olympic plays important role because in this period, through sport activities, we could turn challenges into opportunities to create a way of life based on the joy found in effort, challenge, the educational value of good example and respect for universal fundamental ethical principles. Sports activities promote sport, culture, and education with a view to building a better world. It is philosophy of life, harmony of body, will, and mind. The Olympic Games are essential international social event for bringing any among the various nations with representatives that they send to participate together. It involves nations around the globe in the event that happens every 4 years. The Games have a strong impact on the personal, national, and international identity. There is a sense of peace, tolerance, progress that brings people together. There is also a sense of friendship that is formed by the love for a sport. Even those who are not sportsmen come together to watch the games with a sense of pride for those who participate. Official motto Together for a Shared Future reflects on solidarity, mutual collaboration, inclusion, equality, the necessity for the world to work together towards a better tomorrow, especially due to the difficulties faced throughout the COVID-19 pandemic, which forced us to be apart. I would like to congratulate China and the Chinese people for making the Winter Olympic Games in Beijing possible. Let me conclude with words from the Olympic Creed. The most important thing in the Olympic Games is not to win, but to take part, just as the most important thing in life is not the triumph, but the struggle. Thank you for your attention.
Really appreciate that. 来自于塞尔维亚的前议长女士，非常感谢。Now let's have from Botswana， 让我们有请博茨瓦纳奥委会主席博桑詹尼果上校进行发言。So we invite the President of Botswana National Olympic Committee, Colonel Botsang Shanyago, who is going to be introduced by Mr. Mao Znan, who is the Director of the Africa-China Culture and Arts Exchange Society.
Hi, 各位好。
Hello, I'm Mao Znan from the Republic of Botswana in Southern Africa. And I'm very pleased to be invited to today's event. Today, I'm joined by the President of the Botswana Olympic Committee, Bozan Dejenigo, who will make a speech later. When we talk about the Olympic Games, we have to talk about the 2008 Summer Olympic Games in Beijing, which was undoubtedly an unparalleled and wonderful event. In early 2008, to celebrate the Olympic Games in Beijing, I traveled with thousands of overseas Chinese friends from different countries in 8 vehicles of Chinese brands. We started from Cape Town in South Africa, driving through Africa, Europe and Asia for 4,000 kilometers in 93 days, before finally arriving in Beijing at the end of May. This year, due to the COVID-19 pandemic, we can only send our greetings and best wishes to Beijing from faraway Africa. We sincerely believe that, with the efforts of the Chinese people, Beijing will present another extraordinary and outstanding Olympic event to the world.
Now, I invite my friend, the Colonel Bozang Dejenigo, the President of Botswana National Olympic Committee. Let us listen to his wishes for the Beijing Winter Olympics. Please, Mr. Bozang Dejenigo, let us please and support Beijing together. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Mr. Miles, for the very kind introduction. Good morning, those in my time zone. Good afternoon, those friends that are joining the call from the east of the time zones. Good afternoon, hosts and the sport fraternity around the world. Perhaps first and foremost, I must salute the Beijing 2022 organizing committee of the Games. My name is Colonel Botsan Sinyaho. I'm connected to the Chinese, the NOC, Chinese people, to the Chinese culture through sport. And I'm also a proud alumni of the Air Force Command College of the Chinese People's Army based in Beijing. Thank you very much, Beijing 2022, for making these games a reality. I speak with a lot of confidence because I was in Beijing just about 2 years ago, where I spent some months. I got first-hand information about the readiness, the infrastructure, incredible infrastructure, I must say, in readiness for these games. And I must also acknowledge and recognize this resilience and determination by the organizers of the Winter Olympic Games 2022 to be able to persevere under the most trying conditions of the COVID-19 pandemic. Thank you for sport, for leading the world by demonstrating that the pandemic cannot separate people. Solidarity for us as the Olympic movement is more important than any other value. And for that, I would like to beseech, I would like to call upon all the world, all the sporting fraternity to stand in solidarity with Beijing 2022 Olympic Games organizers. Let us give our athletes the support. These games give the opportunity to those athletes that have prepared, as some for decades, for just one day, that they'll be able to showcase and show to the world what their talents are. Imagine if they were just told that the games are no more. What a waste of effort. What a shatter to dreams. But Beijing 2022, of course, is not going to disappoint. It is going to give these athletes and organizers an opportunity to look back and enjoy, to look back and celebrate the most important event, the biggest event that is held very peacefully in the world, which is the Olympic Games. Beijing always gives me a very special memory because Botswana, as an NOC or as a team, it was the first time that we participated in a finals event of the men's 400 meters during the 2008 Games. Before that, we've never been in the finals of any event of the Olympics. And for that reason, I still hold the Summer Olympic Games with very, very vivid and fond memories as part of our sporting history as a country. Distinguished sports ladies and gentlemen, I would like to call upon you to live to our promise of a better world through sport. This is the perfect opportunity to give hope to the world, to demonstrate that solidarity is all that humankind needs to be able to overcome all our differences, all our diversities, to be able to celebrate at least once in a more peaceful environment. Thank you for the organizers for having me on the show, and I wish once again all the best to Beijing 2022 Winter Games organizers and the athletes that will be participating. Thank you very much for your audience.
Thank you very much, Bosang Shenyango, coming from Botswana. All the best to the Olympic movement in your country. Really appreciate that. 刚才呢，来自于博茨瓦纳奥委会的主席特别提到了对2022年我们冬奥会和残奥会主办方韧性和坚强的这样的一种欣赏。我想他的声音呢，大家也都听得非常真切。这是我们来自于世界各地很多好朋友的心声，感谢。谢谢。下面让我们有请全国政协委员、 中国社会科学院台港澳研究中心主任黄平先生和大家分享。Now let's welcome Mr. Huang Ping, member of the CPPCC National Committee, Director of the Center for Taiwan, Hong Kong and Macau Studies with the Chinese Academy of Social Sciences. Mr. Huang, please.
谢谢. Thank you very much. Very much has been said, and I have enjoyed listening to those great wishes, best wishes, nice wordings for this 2022 Beijing Winter Olympic Games. I should also, on behalf of one of the Chinese scholars, also academic community, to congratulating Beijing, especially now I'm working in Hong Kong, therefore congratulating all the people in Beijing who has been working so hard for the coming soon Winter Olympic Games. In terms of the spirit of the Olympic Games, I like to share some of my thinking, which has actually, in accordance with many also has been said, how we understand the spirit of Olympic Games. We remember the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games. Now, in a number of days, there will be Beijing Winter Olympic Games. As far as I understand, Beijing will be the oldest city who had the opportunity to organize Olympic Games twice. Either Olympic Games or Winter Olympic Games has such a long history with the spirit of community for unity and solidarity, for peace and for mutual understanding and mutual learning. And by mutual learning and mutual understanding, we communicated in such a manner that different countries, nations, races, regardless of their races, ages, genders, whatever. And we come together, work together. Of course, competition, but this competition is not a zero-sum game, but rather a competition for participation, for collaboration, cooperation, and therefore for a win-win solution. So at this very moment, I remember about 50 years ago, half century ago, our Premier Chou En-lai has called for a competition, but friendship first, competition second. This was something like friendly competition, but not competition to or towards the violence. So this very Olympic spirit for non-discrimination is very crucial for all of us, either who can manage to come to this 2022 Winter Olympic Games or who do not come, but actually can be part of this community. Especially important because now all of us in the world today have still in the fighting against the pandemic. We also have the common challenge from climate change. We need to understand the very Olympic spirit in order not only for this particular 2022 Winter Beijing Olympics, but rather to understand what kind of future we can share for all of us. What sort of competition we should have, and what kind of results we may also achieve. In particular, when we have learned from President Xi's call for a community, a global community for a shared future, I would rather also like to share the very idea, a community for a healthier and also therefore safer future to all of us. And this is particularly true also on the one side because the pandemic is still going on and will continue. And on the other side, in terms of resources, in terms of environment, in terms of climate change, and we are all more true in the same and win one single boat, all of us. So that this coming through Winter Beijing Olympic Games 2022 will show the solidarity, will show the mutual respect and trust, will show the cooperation and collaboration, and finally will show the friendship and the peace. Thank you very much. Also, many congratulations. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mr. Huang, for your best wishes and also the messages of friendship and partnership. Really appreciate that. 谢谢您在现场参加我们今天的活动。下面让我们有请来自于吉尔吉斯共和国的议会议员库班西耶维奇在线上互动。Now let's have Aliyev Mirbek Kubansievich, member of the Supreme Council of the Kyrgyz Republic. 有请。
Hello. Good evening, my colleagues. I'm glad to welcome you here in Zoom. As we know, China and Kyrgyz Republic, friendly people located near. We have close relationships with each other. In future Olympic Games, I want to wish you great success and good luck. I hope the Olympic Games will be held at the highest level. Thank you very much.
可以看出来，我们的嘉宾啊，有的是希望能送出简短但是真诚的祝福，有的呢是有很多的感想和大家来分享。好，下面呢，让我们有请下一位欧洲经济参议院的副主席、德国黑森州参议员、法兰克福市外国人参议会议员杨明。Now let's welcome Mr. Yang Ming, Vice Chairman of the European Economic Senate and Senator of Hessen, member of the Foreigners Advisory Council in Frankfurt, Germany. 有请。
The long-awaited Winter Olympic Games are about to open in Beijing, the capital of my home country, making Beijing the only city so far to host both the Summer and Winter Olympics. Time flies fast, and I recall the wonderful summer of 2008 when my German colleagues and I had the privilege to experience the very exciting, successful and world-renowned Olympic Games in Beijing. That was a year when the song Welcome to Beijing could be heard across the world, and recently many German and European friends have told me that they're very much looking forward to the upcoming Winter Olympic Games in Beijing. Today, humanity faces many challenges such as unilateralism, the rise of Cold War mentality, the pandemic and climate change, etc. In such a grim situation, mankind needs communication more than ever. And we need to stand together and enjoy the faster, stronger, higher, more united spirit of the Olympic Games to enhance the world's confidence in fighting the pandemic and other challenges. The Olympic Games is a grand sporting event for humankind. We firmly oppose the politicization of the Olympic movement and sports. We are confident that Beijing will present high standard, high quality, safe and wonderful Olympic event to the world. We sincerely wish the Beijing Winter Olympic Games great success.
谢谢杨明先生的祝福。下面让我们有请来自于西班牙 巴塞罗那市议会扩展区议员伊莎贝尔·米拉给我们带来她的想法。Now let's welcome Isabel Palaya Mila, who is the councillor of the City Council of Barcelona district of La Example. Please.
Hello, my dear friends from the People's Republic of China. I am in Barcelona sending my best wishes to the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic Games. Both Barcelona and Beijing have hosted the Summer Olympics. Barcelona the 1992 Summer Olympics and Beijing the 2008 Summer Olympics, both of which were very successful. At this stage, our country is also fighting the pandemic, and we know that the Chinese people have made great efforts to overcome this pandemic, channeling important human and technical resources to ensure the success of this Winter Olympics, which in itself symbolizes the Olympic spirit, the spirit of the Chinese people and people around the world to overcome difficulties. We look forward to a wonderful Winter Olympic Games in 2022.
谢谢你的分享，让我们有请南非约翰内斯堡市议员、环境基础设施局长孙耀亨先生。Mr. Yao Heng Michael Sun, who is a member of the Mayoral Committee for Environmental Infrastructure Service Department with the Council of the City of Johannesburg. 有请。
Greeting to all the friends around the world. My name is Michael Sun. I'm a councillor at the City of Johannesburg, South Africa. I really want to say that I'm very happy and extremely excited to be able to participate through today's program, although through video recording. It is very important for us as global citizens to understand the importance of sports, culture, exchanges between countries, especially when the COVID pandemic hit the world. We begin to understand how those activities, especially sports, bring the people together. I want to wish you all the best. I really want to say congratulations to People's Republic of China. Having hosted the Beijing Winter Olympics is something that we are excited to see. And although we don't have Winter Games in South Africa, in fact, it is the summer season here in South Africa. We still want to wish you all the best, and may the best sportsmen or sportswomen win the competitions. Thank you very much, and all the best.
Thank you very much, Mr. Sun from Johannesburg, South Africa. Now shall we welcome from Argentina, 阿根廷布宜诺斯艾利斯市的市议员克劳迪奥·罗梅罗先生 ，Mr. Claudio Romero, Councillor of the City of Buenos Aires from Argentina.
Hello everyone, I'm Claudio Romero, elected councillor of the city of Buenos Aires since 2017. This year, 2022, I started my second term in office. I am currently the president of the Pro Party of the Buenos Aires City Council, and I chair the Finance and Budget Committee of the Council. I'm proud to be a member of the Buenos Aires City Council and to witness the Beijing 2022 Winter Olympic Games. The Olympic Games are very significant for Argentina because the city of Buenos Aires held the Youth Olympic Games in 2018. There were 4,012 athletes from 206 different countries and regions participated in the event. And in an unprecedented way, Argentina hosted the opening ceremony on the famous obelisk on July 9th Avenue. It was a great event witnessed by athletes, spectators and artists. The spirit of the Olympic Games is vital to all societies as it conveys the values of mutual respect, friendship, and excellence, and China has always been a very friendly host for the rest of the world, which is what promotes China-Argentina relations and the sister city friendship between Beijing and the city of Buenos Aires. We have been fighting the pandemic for 2 years now, and it has spread across regions and countries, regardless of race and religion. It is the solidarity, support, and respect among all peoples that enable us to move forward together. Thanks to Chinese people's active fight against the pandemic, we're able to witness the Winter Olympic Games as scheduled. I would like to congratulate the Chinese government and the Chinese people for hosting the Winter Olympic Games for the first time, and I wish them very success. Thank you.
Thank you very much. From Argentina, really appreciate that. Next, from Greece, 来自于希腊 Yanis Bruno, who is a member of the Hellenic Parliament for European Affairs from Greece. 让我们有请。
Ladies and gentlemen, I feel a special honor to be invited to participate in this event. My name is Ioannis Bournous. I'm a member of the Hellenic Parliament and Deputy Head of Foreign Affairs of the major opposition political party of Syriza Progressive Alliance. I come from the country that gave birth to the Olympic Games. And today I am pleased to be among people from all over the world that continue the legacy of the values and ideals of the Olympic Games. Olympic values such as friendship, excellence, respect, courage, determination, inspiration, and equality, which I am sure that will govern the Winter Olympics in Beijing. At this point, given the opportunity, I want to congratulate the People's Republic of China and Beijing for being the first city ever to have hosted both the Summer and Winter Olympics. The Olympic spirit is linked to the values and ideals of Olympism. The spiritual dimension of the Games was stressed from the beginning by Pierre de Coubertin himself, and the Olympic values, which constitute the foundations of sports and Olympic education, were based on it. The contribution of these values to education and society is considered of utmost importance all over the world. Olympism refers to a philosophy of life, exalting and combining in a balanced whole the qualities of body, will, and mind. Blending sport with culture and education, Olympism seeks to create a way of life based on the joy found in effort, the educational value of good example, and respect for universal, fundamental, ethical principles. The spiritual dimension of the Olympic Games underpins the athletic, ethical, and social education of young people all over the world. Respect for pluralism in sport as part of the Olympic movement's cultural diversity is the dominant spiritual value of the Olympic Games. Moreover, the Olympic Games themselves are an example of peaceful social coexistence of athletes from different sporting and cultural backgrounds. Through the Olympic Games, the principles of Olympism are being demonstrated. They are based on peace, fair play, and fair contest with the view to creating a peaceful society with less violence and competition. In other words, Olympism leads to a different, idealized way of life that today's society desperately needs. The spiritual, educational, and cultural dimension of the Olympic Games is what determines, however, the modern Olympic movement's cohesion and future course. The need to preserve and spread the values of the Olympic spirit, which underpin today's Olympic philosophy and education, and constitute sport's strongest spiritual bond with societies, is widely recognized at the international level. Last but not least, I would like to mention that the greatest legacy that the Olympic Games can leave for the society is the athlete. The athletes represent the Olympic values of respect, fair play, and determination. They have been seen as modern heroes through their records, their way of life, and excellent performance. Athletes carry the symbol of heroism because, believing in themselves and their resources, trained and struggled solitary, often against all odds, even against their physical, social, and emotional limitations, to ultimately see their belief itself getting rewarded. Thus, sports provide a context of great educational potential and can be used as an instrument of ethical attitudes and values needed to social and individual life. Thank you very much, and once again, greetings from Greece.
Thank you very much, Mr. Bournos from Greece. Appreciated. Many of our friends, whether online or in person, has been expressing their admiration for the performances of the 2008 Beijing Summer Games. They have also, of course, in abundance, expressed their best wishes for the 2022 Beijing Winter Games and the Paralympic Games. Now, we want to have somebody in the know who have been contributing to the 2008 Olympic Games success, and certainly who have been every step of the way paying his attention to the success of the 2022 Beijing Olympics and Paralympic Games. 刚才呢，很多朋友都提到2008年的北京夏季奥运会是无与伦比，那么大家都特别的热切的期待2022年冬季奥运会和残奥会取得圆满的成功。接下来呢，就让我们有请第11届全国政协委员、原北京奥组委执行副主任蒋孝瑜先生和我们大家进行分享。Now let's welcome Mr. Jiang Xiaoyu, who is the member of the 11th CPPCC National Committee and former Executive Vice President of the Beijing Organizing Committee of the Beijing Summer Olympic Games. 有请。谢谢。谢谢。
各位朋友，下午好。
Good afternoon, friends. It is a pleasure to participate in today's special program celebrating the human spirit and the beauty of the Winter Olympics. I was a member of the 11th National Committee of the CPPCC. I'm also a member of the Olympic family. As the host just introduced, I was also the Executive Vice Chairman of the 2008 Beijing Olympic Games Organizing Committee. I've gone through the whole process of the 2008 Olympic Games, from bidding and preparation to hosting. So I was both a witness and an organizer. For the 2022 Winter Olympics, I have also had the honor to engage in some specific work, such as the selection of the emblem, slogan, mascot, sports icon, posters, Olympic sun, torch, and etc. As a member of the Olympic family, I'm very happy to hear praise and expectations from parliamentary friends for the Beijing Winter Olympics just now, and I'm also very grateful for the good wishes and full recognition. The 2008 Beijing Olympic Games was an unparalleled Olympic event, which was successfully held under the firm leadership of the Chinese government, with the strong support from the Chinese people and overseas Chinese, and as well as our international friends. It showed the world a sound image of China as a great country that kept its promises, and it also showed the world upbeat, friendly and enthusiastic image of contemporary China. Through the 2008 Olympic Games, the world has further understood China. It was a win-win scenario for both China and the world, as China has also further understood much more deeply about the world, the Olympic movement, its rules, the Olympic spirit and its values. It was a win-win outcome for China, as it has opened up to the world and enabled its economy to grow faster. This time, we are going to host the 2022 Winter Olympic Games. And one important thing I have learned as a member of the Olympic family is that we're more confident, calmer, more relaxed this time. Thanks to the experience of the 2008 Olympic Games, our understanding of the Olympic movement is indeed more profound, which makes us unhurried in following scientific methodologies and taking solid steps towards the moment of victory. Our mentality is also calmer and more peaceful, and the mentality of the Chinese people and the organizers has become more rational and mature. Surely we face many challenges and difficulties for this Winter Olympics. COVID-19 is still raging across the world, but we have confidence because the Chinese people have the strength, trust the leadership of its government and believe in the advantages of our system, all of which we have overcome and triumphed over these difficulties. I think in this regard, the confidence of the Chinese people is manifested through the preparatory work and their determination. Yes, there are many challenges, and in the face of these challenges and difficulties, we have further demonstrated the self-confidence of a great nation, the strength of the country, and the resilience of the Chinese people. Therefore, I have no doubt that the Winter Olympic Games can be held successfully. The Olympic movement is a product of human progress and development, and the Olympic spirit is a valuable treasure of humanity. The Olympic movement is not only a sports movement, but also a peaceful movement. The Olympic values of equality, respect, fair play, excellence, friendship, and unity represent the aspirations of human beings in pursuit of a better world. Therefore, I think we should all support and defend the Olympic movement and make our own efforts and contributions to it. We should contribute to the Chinese wisdom and strength to the purity of the Olympic movement and its sustainable development, and contribute to China's interpretation of and achievements to the Olympic Games. We all love the Olympic movement, and we should try fully support it so that the Olympic Games and the Olympic movement can be better developed. In this way, we're also contributing to the cause of peace, friendship, and the progress of humankind. Today's discussion on the spirit of humanity and the beauty of the Winter Olympic Games is very fitting, as IOC President Bach once said that the Olympic Games are a great unifying event for all humanity, bringing expectations for a better future. In his New Year's message this year, President Xi Jinping also said that the world has high expectations for China and China is ready for it. I am a Beijinger, born and raised in Beijing, living and working in Beijing, and I'm very happy, very proud and very honored that Beijing will become the first country in the world to host both the Summer and the Winter Olympic Games. I hope the friends from around the world will pay attention to the Winter Olympic Games in Beijing and have a chance to travel to the city and walk around after the pandemic. And I believe the trip will definitely be worthwhile, and you will take back some wonderful and unforgettable memories. Finally, I sincerely wish the Beijing Winter Olympics a complete success, and I wish you all an opportunity to come to Beijing. Thank you.
非常感谢蒋主席有信心、有定力的表达，也非常感谢您和我们分享您对奥林匹克运动深度的理解。我们和您一样，想对世界说：北京欢迎你！同时呢，我们也祝2022年冬奥会、残奥会取得圆满的成功。Now, ladies and gentlemen, we are coming to the end of today's session. Before we go, I would love to share these words with you. In July, the year 2021, the International Olympic Committee approved a change, or shall we say an update in its motto, from faster, higher, and stronger to faster, higher, stronger, together, recognizing the unifying power of sports and the importance of solidarity. It is the mission of the Olympics to make the world a better place through sports. We hope that sports practiced without discrimination of any kind, and sports with mutual understanding and a spirit of friendship, solidarity, and fair play could be very well promoted along with the message of all our guests here and online today. Now, this special program will be broadcast on CGTN official website, CGTN APP, Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, and Weibo. And before we go, I want to give a special thanks to China International Culture Exchange Center for their support, and also to the Rainwood Group for helping with this special program. I'm Tian Wei in Beijing. Thank you for being with us. See you at the Games. Bye.